hello. Yippee! I took a nap. I'm so... I'm very low energy today. I apologize if I'm a little eepy, if I'm a little low quality Mora. There we go. Now my hair's out of my face. I'm a little eepy. I'm a little tired. I did a lot of things today. 2 hours and 18 minutes! DC Live, thank you for the 1 month, honey. Thank you. This princess. Me. This princess. Hello. I did a lot of things today. So I'm incredibly tired. I took a little bit of a nap. It didn't really help all that much. So, I might be a little slower. I might be a little less quality than usual. I just hope that you're not overworking. I'm not. I just did a lot of I went and did a lot of things that I had to do in real today. So... I went and did a lot of, life admin stuffs. Including, I went to the optometrists. I went to have my eyes looked at. And things. Turns out, your princess has perfect eyes, apart from the fact that they don't really see very well. I have good eyes. They work. Ish. Things are a little blurry, but at least I don't, have anything in there. Yeah, eye test. I went for an eye test. And they looked in my eyes and they went, wow, you have eyes. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, alright, cool, test over. Apart from the fact that I need glasses. Perfect. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. I had my eyes looked at. They did the thing where they shined the light real hard directly into my eyeball and kind of blind you very briefly. And they always ask you, they go, oh, do you have epilepsy? Can you have bright lights? And I'm like, yeah. And then they go, cool. And then just flashbang you. They don't even give you a countdown or anything. It's just immediate. They find out that they're not going to give you a seizure. And then it's just all right, sweet, down to business. Think fast, Chocolats, and then just whoop-ah! It's immediate. It took me really off guard. But yeah, my eyes are good. My eyes are in good health and things. I don't have anything in my eye. They let me have a look at the photo that they took of my eye. I don't know what they're looking for in there because it kind of just seemed like eye flesh that they showed me. They were like, oh, look at this. And I was like, uh-huh. That's definitely a picture of my eye. And they were like, yeah. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I was tempted to prompt for more. But I was also like, how do I ask a question here? Because I don't really know what I'm looking at. Hi, honeys, welcome in. So I didn't have anything in my eyes, I don't think. I didn't have any issues. My prescriptions got a little bit worse, and that I kind of understood that because I've been getting more strain headaches and stuff lately. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a little bit. It's to the point where I could still wear my old glasses if I wanted to. But they were like, if you want your eyesight to just be sharper, you should probably use the new prescription. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that now. This eye is certainly made of eye. Yeah! So, life admin, I did that. I did a lot of shopping. I picked up some stuff. And that was like, I think that was like 3.5 to 4 hours of my life where I was just kind of outside doing things, and it was very much. It was just a lot of sensory overload after a while. So it was kind of a lot of stuff all at once. So I'm very tired now. Even though I took a nap and stuff, I'm still tired. Major grass touching, very much life admin. I don't know, it's I can't do too many things in a day, otherwise my brain just kind of goes like, what are we doing? So, yeah. Many things happened all of the time forever. 2 hours and 18 minutes! That's it, thank you for the 4 months, honey. Thank you. Didn't expect to be switching like Kamiyoshi when you debuted, but here we are. Here's to 6 months and many more to come. Yippee! Thank you, honey. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, 6 months. Oh. It's not the grass touching that I fear. It's like me doing too many things while I'm grass touching is the thing. Because, like, I can do the grass touching, but if I overdo it, it's kind of like, oh, I can't do anything now. I spoke to Manatan about it, and I was like, I might have to cancel because I feel awful right now. But I took like 20 minutes and I was like, no, I'm just gonna be low energy and still turn up. Too much grass, sleep required, yeah. So there we go. Please cancel if you have to in the future. No, I refuse unless I'm like dying of a migraine or something. I'm showing up. It might take me a little while. It might take me an hour and a bit, but I'll turn up. I'll be here forever. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I was determined. I wanted to be here, so I was like, the plethora of messages I sent management in my like debate where I was like, do I have to cancel here? We believe in strong constitution. Yes, I am strong constitution Mora. That's me right now. Isn't constitution like constitution is like doing well, I guess. It just make well, I guess so. I hate canceling though, I really do, cuz like if you guys plan your stuff around coming to stream, as I know like a bunch of you do, I feel like it's cruel of me to not show up, you know? The only time I'll really cancel is if I absolutely have to. Like I'm like really not doing well. That's the only time that I think is acceptable. Whereas Constitution comes with a lot of amendments. Yeah, it's cause I'm an alien. See, you can't be mad at me for having weird Constitution because of my alien stuff. Because otherwise you're being mean and offensive to aliens and Zephydians. How does that feel, huh? You don't want to be mean and offensive to Zephydians, do you? That's what I thought. What if I mean to everybody equally? Oh, like a South Park thing? I mean, I guess. Just don't be mean in general, I think. Oh my god. Me saying South Park then has just reminded me of a situation that I had when I was a child. Oh, do I even want to tell this story on stream? It makes me cringe every time I think about it, but it is kind of like a funny story, I guess. I've mentioned it now, so I kind of have to. So, when I was a kid, I didn't have many friends as a child. However, one of the friends that I did have, I was friends with for a very, very long time. And we've unfortunately lost touch in recent years. However, we used to be super good friends. We used to be like best friends. She used to hang around in the palace a lot, and I used to go around and hang out at her little house a lot, and that was really cool, and we had a really, really good time. One of the times that I was over at her house, we were quite young at the time. How old was I? I was quite young. I think I must have been about 10 or so. And maybe a little bit older than 10 or 11 or so. And basically her family had like made food and stuff, but they were the type of family where they wouldn't sit together at a table. They would like all congregate in the living room, and they'd all watch like a bit of a show together type of thing. And that was fine. That was quite enjoyable, actually. One of these times that I went round for dinner there, we all got food and we all went and sat down in the living room and stuff, and she had 2 older brothers, and the 2 older brothers decided that they were going to put on South Park. And about 5 minutes into the episode, my friend like has a realization. She turns to me, she goes, "Oh, wait, are you allowed to watch this?" And I look at her and I'm like, I was too polite to say anything, but no, because, you know, I'm 10 and it's South Park. And I go, oh, not really. And she like turns to her one of her parents, and she goes, "Oh, hey, Amora's not allowed to watch this." And her parent goes, "Oh, okay, turn it off." And so the brothers they don't even change it over to a different channel or anything. They just switch off the television. And then for the next 30 minutes, we sit in dead silence, just eating. And it's my fault because I'm 10 and wasn't allowed to watch South Park. Why did they do that to me? I think about that all of the time. Why did they do that to me? Oh my god. I live in blissful ignorance, except for like the time that I always remember South Park, and that's my first association whenever I remember South Park exists. They just turned they didn't even like switch to like a different TV show or like a film or something. They just turned it off entirely, and we sat in dead silence. It was awful. It was actually horrible. Yeah, I feel like I genuinely do not know why they did that to me. Genuinely, I have no idea why they did that to me. Nope. Just dead silence in their living room. They could have switched it over to anything else, but they didn't. They just straight up switched off the whole TV and was like, okay, well, if we can't enjoy one thing, then nobody can enjoy anything. And I think every time I see anything South Park related or remember that South Park exists, I think of that memory. I think of how that happened, I just thought it's stuck with me. It's genuinely stuck with me. And that wasn't even my fault. Like, huh? What did I do? My only crime was being 10. So, there we go. Genuinely, one of the worst situations that's ever happened to me. To this day, I don't know what the thought process was. Just... oh, boy. So, yeah. That's a moment from my childhood that now you guys know about. I wipe that memory from my existence up until the very moment that somebody mentioned South Park, and then it all comes back to me. We can suffer with you. I'm baffled by it, truly. So there we go. That's an awkward memory of my childhood, that now you guys know about. I'm gonna be thinking about that later. Years later, I did go and, like, watch a bunch of South Park. Just, like, on my own as an adult to be like, what even is this show? It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. I like how they're consistently... I feel like South Park does what Family Guy kind of wishes it could be doing in the modern day. I don't know if that makes any sense, because South Park makes fun of everybody, but they never do it in a way that is, like, super mean. They do it in a way that just, like, they make fun of rather the ridiculousness of the situation rather than actual people, and I kind of appreciate that, whereas Family Guy in recent years kind of does the opposite, where they put, where they have, like, a regular situation and then make fun of the people in it. I'm not sure I appreciate that one as much. Devon, thank you for the super, honey! If you ever link up with your friend again, let her know, hey, I can watch South Park now. I don't think there's any reason for us to talk anymore, because we were, like, childhood friends. I did enjoy it. For the time that I watched it, I did enjoy it. So I remember the characters and things. So, there we go. That's all I kind of have to say on the show itself. I've seen it. I did like it. I didn't get, like, super into it. I know there's a huge fandom for it, though. Like, I know that there's tons of fanfiction and, like, fan art and stuff. I can see why, but I never really got into it. Early South Park was shock humor reliant. It kind of was. It definitely was. There's a couple, like, really aggressive episodes right at the very beginning. And then in, like, later seasons, they kind of get into, like, the swing of how they're doing the humor, and it gets a lot better. Later seasons of South Park are kind of... they were more in my preference, I think. Not necessarily because they like toned down, just because they kind of streamlined, I think is the best way to put it. It's the same all of the way through. It's just that they kind of realized that they could be funny without being like super gory, which is really funny for a show that kills one of their characters in every episode. Anyway, weird side tangent for today's stream. We always have to have the 30 minutes of Zatsu to begin with, although, whoa, we're under quota, crazy. So, today, Spectra, hi honey, hi, welcome to stream. I couldn't get into South Park because I was literally too sad about the dies every episode, but really? Oh, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's actually adorable. Spectra. That's so cute. I'm too... He comes back. They have a really adorable moment in the movie with him, and it's really cute. I actually like Kenny as a character. Kenny is one of my favorites. Even though he's, like, very, They don't give him any lines ever. It's one of my favorite, like, things. Yeah, the VA passed away recently. Oh, bless. Stick of Truth playthrough stream when can I even do that on YouTube? I'd have to mark it as adult, I think. I'd have to mark it as adult. I don't even know if I would play. I don't know. I watched the show. I don't know how much I'd enjoy. I don't know how much I enjoy the game. I think. Oh wait, I think I've already seen a playthrough of Stick of Truth. I think, anyway. In fact, I've seen playthroughs of both of the games that they made, because I originally watched when PewDiePie did his first playthrough of the first game, and I think I watched... I think I might have watched, like, Markiplier or somebody play the second one. Oh, that was a long time ago. Oh my god, that was a long time ago. Oh! Other VTubers have done it, I think. Maybe on Twitch. Twitch is a little bit more lax with that type of stuff. YouTube's a bit more like, why are you saying a swear word in your stream? Thank you, Neil. So you can do playthroughs and stuff. You have to, I know for sure there are parts of that game that I have to censor. I have to censor certain parts of that game. I know for certain that I have to do that. Because I remember them specifically from when I watched the playthroughs myself. And they had to censor them. So... one of the least me-friendly games ever. What a... I feel like me playing one of the South Park games would be the biggest juxtaposition I could possibly do. I think, like, the only other thing that could possibly even be a bigger juxtaposition is if I played, like, Honey Pop or something on stream. Which... insane! I don't think I could do it, nor would I kind of want to. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's also why I was like, I'm not gonna play the bunny girl game, because that's just... No, I don't want to do that on stream. What would I even say? I feel like I'd be too respectful to the women. Because that whole game, you're meant to, like, look. And I don't think I could make myself do that. I don't think I could do that. No, I'm not gonna be playing any lewd or rude games on stream. To my knowledge, if I do by accident, it's purely an accident. I'm never gonna intentionally play those games. I will leave that to the more comfortable members of A. Anyway, do you guys want to see some pictures of animals? Do you guys want to see some animals? Do you want to see some animals? Do you want to see some... Do you guys want to see animals that I feel like should be aliens? Because I have a couple. I have a couple of alien adjacent animals. This is gonna be an interesting one. I tried to pick animals that were both kind of weird, but also I tried to go for ones that maybe you haven't heard before. We need the tiger. Let me pull up my fact page. Yay! Let me pull up my little fact page that I know. Most of Australia? What do you mean? Tardigrade, my beloved. They are very cute. They kind of look like weird little jelly beans with like little legs. Don't they call them like moss bears or something? They're very, very sweet boys. I love them a lot. I feel like... Oh, if I included everything that was on the molecular structure, or the molecular level, bacteria level, I feel like... Water bears, that's it. Yeah, I feel like if I included everything that was on like the itty bitty level, I would just have to include everything. Because if you zoom into everything, everything looks like it belongs in space. But this guy right here, look at this guy. Do you guys know what this guy is? This guy right here, look at him. Look at his little face. This guy right here is a star-nosed mole. Look at how freaky he is. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at how weird-looking he is. See, if it wasn't weird enough that they're just kind of little guys with like a weird little organ on their face, that's not just like an organ. They have that there for a couple different reasons. Fun fact about the star-nosed mole. That little mole right there, his little nose, his little sensory organ that he has right there, that guy, that goes straight to his brain. That thing has a direct connection to his brain. Like, it's there. It just goes straight to his brain. He don't just be sniffing stuff and then be like, ah yes, that's a smell. He like sniffs stuff and then he thinks about it. Brain to sniff, like instant connection. He's got like ultra fast broadband from snoz to brain. assuming direct control. we're kind of the same, but also not. Also not. I just think he's a weird little guy. Why does he look like that? Why, huh? I don't like that. Also, fun fact about these dudes, they have teeth, but they don't have teeth like we have teeth. You know how, well, humans rather, Zephydians have a little bit different, but you know how humans have like front teeth and they're like big front teeth for like biting, and then we have small back teeth for chewing? They have the opposite. They have small front teeth for slurping and strong, massive back teeth for chewing and biting. Huh? This man is built for enjoying a very nice bowl of spaghetti. They schlappen, yeah. He's a weird dude. He's a really weird dude. Also, fun fact, you know how like most moles are like under the ground and things? Star-nosed moles are semi-aquatic. You know how like platypi are semi-aquatic, where they'll live half out of land and half in like rivers and stuff? These guys do the same. They're semi-aquatic mammals. Why? Huh? Normals are kind of like that as well. Their teeth are braided because worms are full of dirt, so they end up dying of starvation before because they can't chew worms anymore. Yeah! Water in nose goes straight to brain. Yeah, they can smell underwater. That's a thing. They can do that. How do they do it? Hang on, where's my notes? Yeah, they can smell underwater. How do they do that? They just be swimming along, and then their nose detects like the faint odor of like smell underwater, and they're like, aha, you. Scent molecules, baby. They are weird little guys. Weird little guys. Also, 5 fingies, 5 toes. They have 5 of those little digity guys. I don't know how I feel about them having 5 of those things. That makes them seem a little bit too human to me. I don't like that. Why do they do that? 5 fingies, it's weird. Thanks, Amora. I can't see it now. Do these guys have eyes? I believe they do. I believe they do have eyes. Yes, they do. They're just really small. Because it's kind of unimportant for them to see, because they're underground like all of the time. So there's no point. Yeah. There's something to be said about these guys. No thumbs. I mean, technically no thumbs, but like, if they really tried, they could use one of their little fingies as a thumb. If they like curved it correctly, they could totally do that. Smell-o-vision, basically. Yeah, that's the whole point of like having that. What I look at these dudes and I think that that's an alien. That's something I would find in the palace grounds. That's something I would find on Zephydia. Why is he on Earth? Why is he not somewhere else? He's just so round and friend-shaped. He's weird looking. He is friend-shaped, but he's a weird friend shape. Look at him. Weird guy. I think they can move those like little sensory organs around as well. They can like wiggle them a little bit to get ultimate smellage. He's a weird little guy. I feel like he belongs on Zephyria. Finding him on Earth is such like a strange thing. He has the vibes of an awkward looking mustache. He kind of does. He's like the weird uncle at the family reunion that just like has a really specific mustache. There's always one. I like that implies that he looks like my father, which is the worst thing for me to imply. Do I have the picture at hand? Yep, here we go. Here we go. Spot the difference, everybody. Corporate needs you to tell the difference between these two images. They're the same image. Oh, Dad, I'm so sorry. No. I'm so sorry, Dad. I see Amora is part mole. I'm not part mole. You know what? With my eyesight, I might as well be. Alright, we're gonna move on before I get 10 billion missed calls from my dad. Oh boy, okay. What do I even have next? Next! Oh my god, okay. Let's go back to the mole for a minute. Okay, arachnophobia warning for anybody who has fear of spiders and things. Here we go, arachnophobia warning right now. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at him. I didn't mean to. I didn't realize he was next. I'm sorry. Okay, so this, can I pull up my little fact page, please? I learned about these dudes and I kind of hate them. So I'm gonna show you guys an image from a different perspective of these dudes. I genuinely hate them so much. They look like they came straight out of a horror movie. So, oh my gosh, I hate. Okay, so here's a second. Oh my god, he's so big. Here's a secondary image of this guy. You cannot tell me that's not the xenomorph. I mean, yeah, but close enough, really. He looks like a face hugger. He looks like the xenomorph. Genuinely hate this guy so much. So this is the giant Antarctic sea spider. They hang out and they're big. They're really, really big. They are bigger than like an adult human man's hand. They're like about that size, but a little bit bigger. They're wider than that. They're so big. Also, fun fact, they're called Antarctic spiders, but they're not actually a spider. They're an arthropod. They're an underwater arthropod. They're real big. They're fantastically big boys. And they're utterly terrifying to me. That's a face hugger right there. I'm gonna find that guy on my ceiling at 2 in the morning and I'm just gonna accept death. That's what I'm gonna do. I really, really hate them. I hate them a lot. 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 They're so spindly and weird. And I don't like them. Anyway. Stop trying to eat them. Why would you eat this guy? Hey? You'd have to live hundreds of meters down. That's true. They're, what is it, like 100? It's like 1,800 meters? Did I get that right? More than 1,800 meters deep is where they're found. The Antarctic sea spider can grow to more than 30 centimeters in diameter, about the length of a chihuahua. That's a ruler's length, ladies and gentlemen. That's how long these boys are, and I hate every second. For the crunch! The crunch? The crunch? Excuse me? I have no comeback. I have no sentence. I have nothing to say. You have stunned me into— What do you mean you get it? No, you don't. Quiet. No! This guy belongs on Zephydia, not because he should be an alien, purely because of protection from people like you. Oh my god. What's wrong with you all? I'm baffled. I'm truly baffled. Don't you be bringing Sambal into this. Don't you bring that into this. Instead of the canine unit, Zephydian security uses an army of these dudes. They'd be just skittering forward like... I'm horrified. I'm truly horrified. If no eat, why look delicious? They don't look delicious! Look at them! They're weird and spindly! The good news about these dudes is that they're not actually dangerous to humans or, well, kind of anything really, unless you're like a very, very small creature in the ocean. They don't have any venom, they don't have any poison in them at all. They're just kind of little spindly guys that kind of hang out. That's the good bit about that. What do you mean not with that attitude? Europeans have an abundance of spider crab legs, but they're too scared to eat them because they look scary. Oh, it's not necessary. So, how do I put this? Fun fact, again, this is a bit of a tangent here. Fun fact, I used to go swimming. With my family. We used to go on holiday and we used to go swimming in the ocean and stuff. And I remember being a child on one of these holidays one day and basically a whole bunch of stuff happens, and TLDR, I can never remember if it was a spider crab or if it was a king crab. I'm like 90% sure that it was a spider crab. But my father comes back from going swimming, and in his hand he has this huge spider. I'm pretty sure if I like text him or something and I ask for clarification, it's probably a spider crab. But he just like has one. He like saw them when he was like swimming and like went and grabbed one and then just brought it back. The way you say swimming? What do you mean? It's the word swimming. How else am I meant to say it? he like went and grabbed one and then just brought it back, and we like we hung about still for a while, and and then we went back and we cooked it. Genuinely. He just decided that he was gonna do that. But basically, he'd found like this big crevice while he was doing some swimming and stuff, and there was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these spider crabs all clambering over one another. In this one little crevice and stuff. Anyway, it turns out that spider crabs and king crabs are super invasive to British wildlife and waters, so they just have absolutely no predators here at all. So they just like eat everything and completely destroy the habitats in the area and just like breed like crazy. So we have like super invasive king crabs and spider crabs. I don't know if it's still an issue because I remember they tried to like fix the issue a bunch. But yeah, I remember him going out and catching one. And then we went back and we cooked it. It's like a whole thing. No natural predators except for the king. Yeah, apparently. I'm pretty sure it was a spider crab. It's either spider crabs or king crabs. But both are invasive into British waters, and both can appear. But yeah, big, very, very big, and that was something that happened in my childhood. I'm revealing a lot of childhood stories today. King sensed its location with his mustache, just wow. Target locked. Spider crab. Are Zophidians an invasive species? I guess so, but we're not destroying your planet yet. So, technically no, we're just visitors. We're tourists. Give us time. Next. What do I have next? Yeah! Oh my god, these dudes. These dudes. Do you guys know what these guys are? Do you know what they are? Look at these little guys. Look at these little guys. He's not a hedgehog, I'll give you that hint. Yeah, Chris got it. It's an echidna. Oh my god. Echidnas should be aliens. Look at him. That's an alien if I've ever seen one. That's a fake animal. I had to wade through so many AI images of echidnas to find a real image of an echidna. Because they just don't look like real creatures. Yeah! They have so many things that are so wrong with them. I didn't want to pick a platypus because that's kind of an obvious one. But look at these dudes. He just looks like a fake animal. I'm not bringing up that fact. I found that fact while I was researching. I'm not bringing that one up. If you want to find out what I'm talking about, go do some research. Fun facts about echidnas. They lay eggs. They lay eggs. They do a lot of things. They got real sticky tongues because they eat a lot of insects. And, oh yeah, they, like, have milk for their young. And it's pink. It's bright pink. The milk that they feed their young is bright pink because it's absolutely saturated in iron. How weird is that? No! Spectra, no! Forbidden strawberry milk? No! No! Don't you say alien milk. Do not say alien milk. You don't get these privileges anymore. There you go. You've lost your privileges. But Amora, it can cure my anemia. Spectre is the only one allowed. Okay, Spectre is the only one that gets these privileges. If it'll help cure your anemia, it's for a good cause. It's a medical, exactly, it's a medical necessity. She's the only one that's allowed that. Okay, so there were a lot of things. There were a lot of things. Echidnas should be aliens. They should be aliens. They have to be aliens. Look at them. They don't look like a real creature. They look like a sculpture. Look at them. They're like weird and beaky, and then they're also like endangered, and they're having like a real hard time trying to get them to live in captivity. But alien milk is blue? Don't make assumptions. They look like someone tried to draw a hedgehog from memory. Yes, they do! Yes, they do! Those are really old animals. They've been around for a long time. You holding endangered against them? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm absolutely holding endangered against them. Because look at these guys. They spect everything into defense. They have nothing else for them. They have nothing else going for them. They're just hanging out. They're little guys. They eat bugs. He's just a weird guy. I don't know. I feel like if you're endangered, have pink milk, and lay eggs, I feel like you deserve to be treated as an alien. Echidnas get momentary status on the actually aliens spectrum, you know? See, honestly, do not eat the echidna. Don't eat him. Don't eat this boy. Even if it would help with your iron levels. Don't eat this boy. He's endangered. You'd get in trouble. Stop talking about what they taste like! You guys suck. Next. Ooh, yes, oh my god. I had to include at least one... I was about to say jellyfish. We'll get to that in a minute. This is the Portuguese man-o-war. You get these pretty much everywhere, but you definitely get them in Britain. I've seen this dude in person. I've seen that guy just hanging out. And they suck. They are one of the most genuinely dangerous creatures on this planet. They will kill you. If you manage to get stung by them and you get very unlucky, you can die. And they're so tiny as well. You get privileges back. They're so tiny. They're really, really tiny. So, fun fact about these dudes, you'd think that maybe they're like a jellyfish or something, right? And kind of true, but they're not actually one animal. They're multiple animals. They're multiple beings working together to create a system. They're different dudes that all hang out together. They use the 2 hours and 18 minutes Tavarius, thank you for the 5 months, honey. Thank you, thank you. They're not a hive mind. I don't believe they think. They're not a malicious creature, but they are super, super deadly. And they basically... So, can I get a better image so I can, like, tell you how this works? Here we go. This is probably a good image to show you guys with. Here we go! So... Yeah, let me put myself on top here. Hello. So... You see these little tentacle things that he has here? I'm gonna use myself as a mouse. You see these little tentacle things that he has here? Like all of these little dudes? Fun fact, he can actually, I'm saying he, they curl upwards like a spring, basically. So whenever these fish kind of come into contact with it, they get stung by these little dudes all in the thing, and then they coil upwards, wrapping themselves around the fish as they go and pulling it up into the bell here, and then they just digest it. They basically turn this little fish guy into goop, and that's how they do it. And it's so powerful of a sting that it can kill humans. You guys can die if you get stung by this guy. Isn't it freaky? And they're super long as well. So even if you're like nowhere near, even if you can like see the bell, like over here, and you're like, oh my god, that's a Portuguese man-o-war. Even if you're like a whole bunch of distance away, you can still get stung by these dudes. The scariest thing about it, it's taunting me about my cable management. Sort your cable management! Sort your cable management! Sort your cable... Spectra! I think the man-o-war is a pretty cool guy. He just hangs out and kills you when you touch it. It's not afraid. He doesn't have the capacity to be afraid. I can't do it. I'm a princess. What do you mean? Just order somebody to do your cable management then for you. That's how that works, right? You have servants or somebody that can help you out with that. Shishi, thank you for the 5 months, honey. Thank you, thank you. Ugh, so, they're very, very dangerous. Can I find any more, like, funky facts about them? 2 hours and 18 minutes, baby. Can I find, like, any stuff on them? Oh yeah, they also remain super deadly even if they wash up on shore. You shouldn't go near them at all because they're still super, like, deadly. If you touch them, even if they're, like, dead and shriveled, you can still get stung by them. This is how dangerous they are. You cannot go near them at all. I remember finding them on the beach as a child and being like, whoa, what's that thing? And my dad just immediately being like, nope, we're going the other way. Found a Japanese guy that made a broth out of them? That's dangerous. That's so dangerous. That's so dangerous. I don't like that, actually. I don't like the idea of Portuguese man o' war soup. I don't want that. Venom denatured after heating? Really? Okay, yeah, that's a very reasonable question to ask. Is he alive? Did he live? Tastes like danger. Don't eat Portuguese man o' war. I cannot stress this enough. For the love of God, please. Don't eat Portuguese man o' war. Don't do it. I swear to God, if I find out a single one of you has made an attempt, do not. Don't. No. Bad. Stop it. I hate all of you. I hate all of you so much. Oh my god, okay. Next. Oh my god! Yep. Look at these guys. Look at this guy. Yep. So some of you got it, some of you are like, what in everything is that? This is a deep sea fish. So this is something that is known as a pelican fish, a pelican eel, or a gulper eel. They can go by either. And they can kind of do just that. In the same way as a pelican can like open its mouth and they have that big pouch for trapping prey, these dudes do the same thing. Basically, because they're in the dark all of the time, it's really, really difficult to find prey and be accurate with eating prey, because you can't really see a whole lot, so accuracy is kind of difficult. So the best way that they make sure that they have the opportunity to be able to catch as much prey as possible is basically just to widen the net. It's just, they just make the mouth bigger. instead of trying to be accurate and bite things with a teeny tiny mouth, they just like make a really big mouth and just decide to swallow as much as physically possible. And hope that something's in there. But they're so freaky looking! Look at them! Look at them! They're actually horrifying to look at. Yep, the two little dots are its eyes. Yeah, wait, can I find a picture of the fully inflated version, because they do look like little balloons. Yep, here we go. No, aviphiles, my beloved. They look like... Okay, so he looks very intimidating, right? He's such an intimidating little guy. And then they take a bite of stuff when they inflate because they're full of water, and it's just... That's the least intimidating looking guy ever. That's a bit... He's... You know the smile that you give people when you walk past them? When you walk past somebody and you make eye contact with them and you kind of just like... It's the smile. It's the smile that you give people when you walk past them but don't kind of really know them all that well. Can I get a better representation? Where's that one kid? Yep, here we go. Here's that kid. Here we go. Spot the difference. Somebody said automaton. It's the same expression. It's so stupid. Look at him. He's so stupid. Oh, buddy. Oh, the smile you give to the waiter when they ask you if the food is good when you have your mouth full. Oh my god. So yeah. They're very weird guys. I love the difference between this guy and this guy, because this guy is so much more intimidating, and then just hop. He's like, huh? And then so there we go. That's the gulper eel. I feel like they belong in the alien category for kind of obvious reasons, you know? Don't you talk about DeviantArt on my stream. I love this creature so much. He's a weird guy. Gulper eels are just kind of like that. Do I have any cool gulper eel? Do I have any other gulper eel facts for you? Ooh, they have bioluminescence. They have like a little thing on the end of their tail that like flashes red, and it's to lure in prey. I want to poke him while he inflated. No, don't poke him. He's digesting. Leave him alone. He's a silly little guy, but he's weird looking. Oh yeah, fun fact, when they're looking for ladies, when male gulper eels are looking for ladies through this entire thing, basically they put so much effort into trying to find a date as possible. When they're trying to impress a lady as much as possible, they put all of their energy into trying to find a viable lady. They're so desperate to find a date that they just lose all their teeth. All of their teeth fall out. They just lose all of their teeth. Have you ever had a crush on a girl so bad that you decide to lose all of your teeth? Relatable. Yep, they basically the fun thing about it is the fact that they don't actually know why they do this. The current theory about it is basically that basically they're putting all of their energy into reproductive resources, that they basically just decide that there's no use putting energy into trying to eat and find food anymore, so they just get rid of the energy needed to have teeth. So they just get rid of all of their teeth. They also they have one date and immediately die after going on that date. They just straight up die. They mate one time and then they just die. Yeah. Yep. Salmon do that too. Octopi do that as well. Saves on the divorce. Praying mantis are a little bit different, because praying mantis, the female eats the male. Wait, do they do that here? They might do that here, actually. That might be a real thing that they do. Huh. Look at that. They might be a little bit praying mantis-like after all. Look at them. So this dude stresses out so bad about finding a lady that he's compatible with that he loses all of his teeth, has a date one time, and then immediately dies and is eaten by his lady. I love nature. These guys should be aliens. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Gulper eels. They are certainly an animal. Big fan. Alright, next. Yeah! I love these dudes. Okay, so... I love these dudes so much. Here we go. Can I pull up my facts, please? Cool, so... These little dudes are a nocturnal creature. Do you guys know what this is? It's not MIDI. It's not MIDI. Aren't they cute? It is! It's a Janet! Somebody got it! I'm amazed by that. Who got that? Hello, bees! Wow! Okay. I'm amazed that somebody got that. Huh, okay. Well, hey, you guys know a lot about animals. This is a Janet. They are, they're not a cat. They are a cat-appearing creature. They're funky little carnivores, and they're real itty-bitty. They're real small. Usually they, like, have a tail that's about... They have a tail that is longer than their body, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love them. Can I find some good facts about them? So they can be anywhere between 16 inches to 2 feet in length, and the tail is usually twice the size of the body. They're just real long, long animals. They are not lemurs. No, I don't believe they're even related to lemurs. They're a totally separate animal. They're little guys. But they are very nocturnal, and so they have these big old round eyes that are like these big old like wow eyes. I kind of love them. They have their little like... They look like that all of the time, and it's adorable. They also have these big old ears to have a lot of listening to. They are carnivorous, so they eat small birds and animals. They also eat bugs and insects when they can get them. You said we're gonna do, we had a couple Janets, so that's how I knew, but really? Yo! I haven't ever been to a zoo. I've seen a Janet in person one time, but I've never seen them since. My, what big ears you have. I think they're real cool creatures. I don't believe that they're friendly. I think they're the same as every other wild animal. But yeah, they don't typically have them in zoos. They'll have them in zoos and they'll have them in captivity if it's really a serious situation. Unfortunately, Janets are trafficked a lot. They tend to be caught for things like fur, for like the fur trade and for all of that type of thing. So sometimes these creatures are born in captivity for these purposes, and so they cannot be released into the wild. But they really don't deal well with it. They should be wild because they deal much better with it. They don't live as long in captivity, which is really sad about them. But they're very sweet little creatures. They're little guys. They're little sweet. Can I find some more things about them? Oh my god, yeah. One of the greatest things about this, even though they are not cats, they have cat-like vocalizations. So they can meow, they can hiss, they can spit, and most importantly, they can purr. They can purr! It's my favorite thing! They can purr! It's so cute! She's specifically a large spotted. Yes, she is! Yes, she is. You can get lots of different types of them. They're kind of weird to look at in some cases. You can get lots of different patterns and stuff on them. Which is typically why they're in the fur trade a lot, which is very sad. If they are related to cats, which animal are they related to? None, I believe. They're their own thing. They appear cat-like, but they're not cat-like. Can I find if they have any relation? from my stuff, they kind of went. They are vaguely related to mongoose, which makes sense to me. Vaguely related to mongoose, which makes sense. Can I find a good mongoose image? I love mongoose a lot. Mongoose absolutely hate snakes, and I love them for it. They're kind of weird looking little guys. That's an AI image. I hate the slop that Google Images has become. I know that you're trying to bait me into the David Attenborough. A mongoose. Why has Google Images become like this? This is all AI. Can I have a regular image of a mongoose, please? Mongoose. Yeah, baby. So, this guy and this guy, they're related. They have like the same stuff going on, which I love this for them. Look at them, little guys. Yeah. But look at them. So yes, I believe genets should be an alien. These dudes should be on Zephyria. You cannot convince me otherwise. I want to take them home with me. I know that their life is here on Earth, but they're real nice. They're nice and sweet. They're little guys, and I love them. Oh my god, these dudes. They look so cute and soft. Does anybody know what these are? For anybody who's played Animal Crossing, you guys might have come across these. Real Earth animal. You'd have to kill me before I use Bing. Not lying. Just saying. Oh, it's not a bird. This is not an AI image, I did check. Yeah, it's a sea angel. Sea angels are weird little creatures. So here's some funky facts about sea angels. So sea angels are very, very pretty. They are very, very, very pretty. So, let me find my little... Where are my notes? I wrote notes. I wrote so many notes. Where are my notes? Do they actually glow? I think they have some bioluminescence actually. So, sea angels are really fun creatures. So, sea angels, you can find them everywhere. You can find them all over the planet. The only jurisdiction is that it has to be in especially cold climates. So you can find them in Antarctica, and other places. You can find them in Iceland, which is very, very cool. You can find them in a lot of places, but you can especially find them where they are cold. That's where they thrive the best. You can actually catch these dudes in Animal Crossing, and I think that's really fun. How do they live? They are completely blind. They cannot see at all, and they can't really swim all that well. Let me use myself as a mouse once again. So, these little dudes, they use their wings to propel themselves through the water in kind of like a... almost a little bit like a manta ray kind of way, where they do like the swooshy swooshies with like the little wings. They can propel themselves up and around, but they're very, very slow. Yeah, they're not like sea slugs, but they're very slow, and they're very limited in the amount of movement that they can do. Craziest thing about these dudes, however, if you look at a sea angel, you look at these guys and you go, "Aw, sea angel, they must be nice little sweet creatures." They're carnivores. They prey on other creatures that are smaller than them. They can basically, can I find a good image to portray this? So, basically, they have internal organs and they have internal muscles. Whenever they sense that something is small and moving in front of them through little ripples in the water, they expel these inner organs outside to wrap and trap the organism that is in front of them, and then they pull it into themselves and eat it that way. They're tiny, they're itty bitty, they're absolutely tiny, they are so unbelievably small, you have no idea. Can I find a good picture? Here we go. Here we go. So, when they're hunting, this is how they do it. They have these organs on the inside that they utilize for stuff, and then they expel it outwards and wrap around it like that, and then pull it back in. Can you see why I think these guys should be aliens now? Can I find a gif of it happening? For you guys? Because they're real itty bitty. But yeah, they are absolutely itty bitty. They are completely and utterly tiny creatures. It is almost impossible to tell you how tiny these are. Tentacles equals alien in Amora as well. Yeah. That's true. That's yeah. Okay, so here we go. I can't find a very good gif of it, but I can find this. If this will play. Here we go. So basically, if I get rid of this really terrible caption here, you guys can see how it does the thing. You see how it like pushes out all of those like little tentacly organs to like try and wrap around the prey like that? Look at how crazy that is. Look how weird that is. Look at it go. It wants to grab that thing so badly. You know that that thing would go for humans if it was big enough. It so would. Type in to make a super large version. Basically, yeah. They're not technically its stomach. They are like internal stuffs. I think they're more internal muscles than they are internal organs. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But look at it. Look at how weird that is. But basically, because of the way that they eat and because they can't see and they can't really smell, they can just sense movement. Basically, it means that they have a very limited success rate on hunting. That's so freaky, right? This is so alien. I'm sure most animals would just eat us if they were big enough. I don't like thinking about that. I don't like thinking about that. But they're really cute, and they move very sweetly otherwise. They're just little guys. Here's how they move for context. Look at them go. They do a wiggle. This is how they move. They just kind of... They shmove. They're not quite peaceful, but they don't actively hunt us specifically. So to us specifically, they are peaceful. So you can see why they get the name sea angels now. I think they're weird little guys and I kind of love them. So yes, these dudes right here should be aliens. They should be classified as alien. They look too strange to be on Earth. The fact that we have them on Earth is absolutely terrifying. Something so evil shouldn't be this cute. They're freaky. Really, really freaky. And I kind of love them. Alrighty. What's that? Do I have any last facts? Oh yeah, you can't keep them as pets. You cannot keep them as pets. Unless you're willing to keep them in like super low temperatures, you cannot keep them as pets. They are so delicate. I can't take them to Sevilla, no. Alright, next. I want you guys to see if you can guess what this thing is. do you guys know what this is? I have a great image. Hagfish! Hagfish! Oh my god, yep. I hate that they're called a hagfish because they just don't look like a fish at all. It's... oh my god, So, hagfish are another creature that is... they have so many things wrong with them, they don't feel like a real creature. They have so many things wrong with them. So they're not... they don't look like a fish. They have a nickname that is pretty clear as to why. CBT Mama, thank you for the super honey. They're looking for their light fury. What? And that Reef guy, thank you for the super honey. Honestly, if humans had natural predators, they would be very cute, like Amora. Yeah, exactly. We get to lure you into a false sense of security and then strike. And take over your planet. Wah. Ah. So, they have a defense. They're also known as the slime eels. And that's because whenever they are handled, they secrete copious amounts of slime. Like gross, disgusting slime. And they do it specifically to try and get away from predators. They do it specifically because the more slime that they produce, the more that they can clog up the water, the more that they can reduce their predator's chance of breathing, which means that the predators are going to be like, oh god, I can't breathe, and then they will leave. That's how that works. So whenever you handle them, you get slimed. Look at that. Look at how much slime this is. Look at that. They're so happy to be handling that. I'm not sure that I would be. Look at that thing. Yeah, they can. If they produce too much of their own slime, they can have they can die from their own slime. Forbidden jelly. No, it's gross. It's gross. It's so gross. So, fun fact, they can actually choke on their own slime, which means that it's kind of pivotal for them to be able to get rid of their own slime so that they can, like, leave. Because they're kind of coated in it. They secrete it, so they're kind of coated in it. So the way that they get out of being coated in their own slime, they tie themselves in a knot. They quite literally curl themselves around into this knot format, and then they scrape against their own skin like a spatula and just squeegee off all of the remaining slime from their bodies. Yeah, they wring themselves out like a wet rag. You can eat them, although why you'd want to, I don't know. Anyway, but there is actually a reason why hagfish are incredibly useful. So the slime is incredibly useful. So the slime itself isn't just like a mucus. Basically, the way that the slime is created and the way that the slime stays together is through fibers. It's super thin, very spindly fibers that knit together in like one big squishy mesh type of thing. And that's how the slime is created. And basically humans are able to reverse engineer. They're basically able to collect a bunch of this hagfish slime, and they're able to turn it into super mega durable fabrics. So they're trying to make new materials for more biodegradable stuff. So they're trying to make like nylon and bags and stuff out of this material in order to make it like more recyclable and stuff. So that's why hagfish are super good for the environment. Yeah, hagfish nylon. Literal drip. So yeah, would you wear the slime shirt? Would you wear the slimy shirt? Would you do that? What's another fun fact about these dudes? Oh yeah, so they don't have any scales, they just have skin. Respectfully, see, Taser Lad is the only one of you that has sense. They make it not see-through. I don't believe it's see-through. So, they don't have any scales. They are skin, basically. Yeah, they'll suffocate. They can suffocate. That's why they have to scrape it off of themselves. They are also one of the only fish that's capable of sneezing, because they need to get the mucus out of their like little glands and stuff. So they could just sneeze real hard. Another fun fact about them. Here's another one. They have 4 hearts. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is 4 hearts in this mad lad. 4. They are capable of so much love. They have so much love is stored within the hagfish. So they technically only really use one of them. One of them is like the main heart, and then the rest of them are kind of backups. Basically, the hagfish's whole existence is they spect all of their points into defense. So they basically have 4 or 5 different mechanisms for making sure that even if they get attacked and like half eaten, they're still going to live. So if they lose like one of their hearts, they still have like 3 other backup hearts. They have spare. Yep. It's... yeah. Another thing that probably makes a lot of sense to you guys with these ones, they are also... they are... Hagfish are super old, or at least we think they're super old. We have found fossils of what seems to be hagfish that range to about 330 million years old. So in theory, hagfish have been around for 330 million years. Everything about these guys is weird. Yeah, exactly. Primordial jelly. So, you tend to find that the oldest creatures are typically the weirdest ones, and I feel like the hagfish fulfills that purpose entirely and utterly. These dudes are freaky. They found perfection in one go and was like, yeah, cool, here we go. So, technically, they could be older. It's just that the modern day hagfish is the one that they've found. So they might have had earlier versions of the pre-evolved hagfish have been around older than that. It's just that the current modern day hagfish, we've found fossils that appear to be the same as the modern day hagfish from 330 million years ago. God was just messing around with things. He was like, ah yes, let's throw that in there. That sounds about right. If you accidentally spec the best build possible, why change? Yeah, that's very true, actually. There's a lot wrong with these dudes. Everything about them is bizarre, and I think about them a lot. Alright. What do we have next? What? No. Why? Give me my next hagfish, please. There we go. Yeah. So, do you guys know what these are? This guy right here, he's a sea slug. That's not even an animal, that's just half a snowflake. I mean, close enough, I guess. You definitely don't want to eat these guys. You do not want to eat these guys. You'll die. You'll very much die. So these guys are I'm gonna mess this up, the pronunciation, real bad. These are blue glaucus. Blue glaucus. Basically, they're sea slugs, and they are tiny. They are so unbelievably small. Can I find an image that showcases just how small these guys are? Here we go. Okay. No, okay. Can I find an image that showcases just how small these dudes are? See, the reason why you don't typically find images of people holding them is because you shouldn't hold these guys. Don't do that. Can you have one image of a dude holding it, please? Alright, this is super blurry. However... J5! J5! I hate J5. J5, my beloved. Some people are dumb enough to do it. I think it's mostly ignorance, admittedly. It's mostly ignorance. Here we go. This is how tiny these dudes are. Look at how small. It basically insta-kills you. Yeah, pretty much. So, you remember how we were talking about the Portuguese man o' war before? Don't call this dude adorable. He's very tiny and he's very cute. He's so deadly. He's so deadly. So, remember how we were talking about how Portuguese man o' war exist? Remember how we were talking about those guys? Not bite-sized, no. Well, there's a reason for that. The reason that these guys are so deadly is because these guys eat Portuguese man o' war. They are one of the only creatures that is capable of eating Portuguese man o' war. And because of that, they digest all of the little toxins and things. So... Which one of you said forbidden fruit snack? So, on their own, they are not venomous at all. They are completely harmless. But the second they start munching, the second they start crunching, everything goes wrong for everybody. These guys get super venomous because of what they eat. The forbidden gusher. No! The beat up the biggest guy you find and no one will mess with you tactic. No! Do you want to know what's crazy about these guys as well? They're pack hunters. Well, pack hunters is a bit of a stretch, but you do find them in groups. They don't hang out on their own. If you find one blue dragon, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be about 4 or 5 other little dudes because they come in little groups where they all eat the same little jellyfish guy together. They call them blue fleets, which I think is utterly adorable. You get the whole bag of gushers. No! Yeah, they are sea slugs. They're not gummies. No! Fleets. As in, like, a fleet of drones, but, like, a fleet of dragons instead. So they create these, like, little formations and stuff. And fun fact, they don't have an individual sex. They have both male and female body parts. They can do either things that they require them to do. They can be either. And that's purely because these guys can't really move around a whole lot. They don't really move all that well. No, don't eat them, no! They're hermaphrodites, yeah. They have both body parts. Non-binary icons. But basically, it's purely because they can't move around all that much. They can't really move around all that much. They can move a little bit, and they can do a bit of swooshing around and stuff, but the reason that they stick together most of the time is purely for convenience. They can only have about 20 or so eggs per mating season, and it's kind of a weird thing for them to do it because it's rather difficult, being that they can't really move all that much. And they get caught all the time in fishing nets. Still not convinced that these things are real. They are real. They are very much real. And they are utterly terrifying. They just hang out all of the time. They're not poisonous, but they're very venomous. Don't eat the forbidden gusher. Don't eat the little gummy guy. He's not tasty. He's not tasty. How do they get caught? Don't they just slip out through the holes? They get stuck on things. If they get caught at the wrong angle, they can't actually swim away, so they can kind of just get pulled up with everything else. Yeah. I don't need to eat something that's not good for me to know that it's not good for me. You guys suck. You guys completely suck. Oh boy. How do you know it's not good for you? I just know! I just know that he's not. He's not good for me. We're moving on. We're moving. Next. Thank God. Reasonable animal times. Do you guys know what these are? Do you guys know what these are? Wake up, honey. It's time for your 3 a.m. sea slug. No! Don't eat him! Ah, my favorite walking pine cone. He's my favorite living pine cone. Look at him. I never know how to pronounce them. I don't know if it's pangolin or pangolin. Pangolin? I genuinely do not know how to pronounce it. Please correct me. They are my favorite friend-shaped pine cone. They're just cool little guys. They're funky little dudes. I like them a whole lot. You can find them throughout Asia, which is very fun. Don't call him Crunchy. They're endangered. You leave them alone. They are critically endangered. You leave them be. They are super, super endangered. And fun fact, that is really not a fun fact, they are probably the most trafficked mammal on Earth. They are an animal that is the most trafficked mammal because of how well sought after they are. They are sought out well for things like jewelry, for medicine, and for meat. So these guys are caught in the wild, they are bred in captivity, if at all possible, although it's very difficult to do so, and they are shipped all of the time for a lot of different reasons. People use the scales for things like medicine and jewelry, and to give as gifts, which is really sad. Unbelievably sad. Yeah, they're very, very sweet boys. They're very, very sweet. They're very, very lovely. But they are being protected. There are people out there that are desperately trying to make sure that these dudes are gonna hang around for as long as possible. They are trying to bring the numbers up. They are trying to crack down on poachers and people that are gonna try and be mean to them. They do nothing medically wise. They do not do anything medically wise. However, traditional medicine is traditional medicine. People still buy things like rhino horn for medicinal properties. It's the same kind of thing. I believe they are related. So, there's lots of different reasons. They are trafficked around, and they are captured and killed and sold. They are sweet little boys. They look like they should be aliens, and I love them so much. So, here we go. So their little scales and stuff are made of keratin, which is... So basically, if you feel the back of your little fingernails, that's exactly what pangolins feel like. They look like dragons. They do look like dragons. So if you feel the back of your fingernail, that's what they feel like. They're very smooth, and they're very nice and very soft. Let's see, what else do I know? Yes, so they eat pretty much the same things as anteaters eat. So they eat ants, termites, and larvae. So they're little bug guys. They like to destroy termite mounds with their big old claws and lick up all of the termites on the inside. They are friend-shaped. It's my favorite living pine cone. I love them so much. Don't paint the boys with nail polish. They don't deserve that. I don't know about the underwater thing, actually. They might be able to. So, in the wild, we don't actually know what their lifespan is. However, in captivity, they can live upwards of 20 years. These little dudes can survive until they're 20, and sometimes longer. How crazy is that? Look at that! They could just hang out. 20 years is a long time for something so small. They're just cool little dudes. They also, based on like things like platypi and echidnas and things, you'd think that they lay eggs, but they don't. They give birth to live young. And they're all soft when they're born. They still have the scales, but they're all soft. And then they toughen up as they grow up, which I just think is really, really cute. They're so cute. Yeah, they're kind of long. What's like the maximum length that they can get to? Here we go. So they can get between 12 and 39 inches long. And they can weigh anywhere between 4 and 7 pounds. They also just have this look on their face all of the time. They always look really nervous. They look like they're about to ask you a question pretty much at all times. Here we go. This is what I mean. Every image of a pangolin that I've ever found, he just kind of looks like he's about to ask me a question. Like he's waiting for me to finish my conversation first before he asks me something. Look at him. He wants to find things out. It's so cute. Look at him. He's like, oh, I don't want to interrupt too much. He's so polite. He's so polite. He wants to know how your day was. Yeah. He's a sweet, polite guy. He's a cute little guy. Can I have some? I genuinely love him so much. He's just a sweet dude. He feels like a nice guy, you know? He feels like he would be... I don't know how to describe him. He feels sweet, you know? I wish him happiness. I wish him all of the happiness. You're not gonna turn me into soup, are you? No! Leave him alone! I will not make him soup. I will not make him soup. He will not be soup. He will never be soup. He will never be soup, I promise! He will not be soup! Well-meaning nervous Professor Bucky. That's my next D&D character. That is my next D&D character. Absolutely. Without hesitation. Oh, I love him. So yes, my favorite friendly pinecone, my sweet boy. He doesn't deserve the hatred that he has gotten out of the human race. He deserves to come and live with me on Zephyria and have a wonderful time. Poor boys. They deserve to have a nice home and a nice life and to be a nice little creature. He deserves happiness. Alright, I think... Is this the end? This is the end! We went through all of my boys. So yes, here are all of the creatures in full that I believe should count as aliens. We have Star-nosed mole, that thing, Antarctic spider, the echidna, the Portuguese man-o-war, the gulper eel, the genet, the sea angel, the hagfish, the blue sea dragon, and the pangolin. I didn't want to pick platypus because platypus is too easy to guess. I considered putting the beaver in as well because I was like, man, beavers are also weird, but I wanted to condense it into my top collection. I love my boys. They're very, very sweet. I didn't want to just have all ocean life, because if I was going to have like all ocean life, it was just going to be all ocean life, you know? Ocean life is just kind of freaky to begin with. So there we go. There are all of the animals that I think should technically be counted as aliens. In my opinion, these guys should live on Zephyria with me and have a nice fruitful life where they are well taken care of. However, I am not a wrecker of homes. I am not a wrecker of habitats. I know when to leave things proper and sweet in the wild because that's responsible. And I'm a responsible person and princess. Stop trying to eat the sea spider! Stop it! Bad! No! Stop it! What about cloning them and bringing them back with you? I don't think that's morally okay. I don't think that's morally something that we should be allowed to do. Alrighty. Eat spaghetti. Eat spaghetti is good. I'm not gonna feed you guys anything. You're not gonna eat the sea spider. You guys are gonna go and have a proper snack that isn't sea spiders. You guys are gonna go have like a cookie or something. Something reasonable, please. Go have a cookie, I beg you. Oh, Roshi really said we have food at home. We do have food at home. These are not food. These are friends. These are the sweetest friends. What do you mean? Tut tut. Oh my god. Okay. I am gonna leave it to there. I'm gonna leave it there for today. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Who are we gonna raid into? Who's live currently? Blaze is live. We could do Blaze. What's Blaze doing? Blaze is doing the 6-hour brain roll. What's she playing? Is this No Man's Sky? Is that what this is? She's got it on the pause screen right now, so I have no idea what game she's playing, but I kind of want to read into her because she's doing a funky little thing, so... I hope this was enjoyable. I hope that I taught you some cool stuff about some animals. I have a lot of animal things. Is it Death Stranding? Oh, it is! She's unpaused it. Ah, okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and raid into Blaze. Make sure that she knows that she's cool and pretty and all of the things. And I will see you all, I think tomorrow. Yes, I will see you tomorrow, I think. Will I? Let me check my schedule. I never know what I'm doing, ever. Yeah, okay. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna be playing Bloody Hell, which is a free bullet hell game, which I've wanted to play for a long time now, but I'm very excited about it, so I hope you guys can come and enjoy and have a nice time. Okay, go tell Blaze that she's pretty and cool and all of the things. You guys go get snack, you guys go get hydration and all of the things, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.